Hey everyone, my name is Nick from Aperture University, and today we are going to be talking about flash lighting for real estate photography. I'm going to have a two-part video. In this part video, we're going to be talking about the gear and what all this gear can do and what it does for real estate photography and how we can use it for flash as well. In the second part video, we're going to be talking about more of like lighting techniques, and I'm going to show you guys some techniques that you guys can use when using flash photography. So let's go ahead and get into this video now. So the first piece of equipment that we have is obviously a flash, and for this flash I have a Canon Speedlight 430. You necessarily don't need a brand name flash. You can easily get an alternative affordable one such as like a Young Nuo. I'll have the link in the description so you know what I'm talking about. But the only thing that I would suggest that when you're purchasing flashes is that you want to get one that has enough output for what you're shooting. So if you're going to be shooting big rooms, if you're going to be shooting big houses, you kind of want to get a flash that has a higher output so it has enough flash to go ahead and light up that entire room. The second thing that we'll move on to is triggers. Now, triggers are kind of important when it comes to flash photography because you don't want to just rely on the signal because there's this trigger that is built into the flash, and it will communicate with the camera, but it's only line of sight. So that's kind of that doesn't work all the time because you might have flashes that are in a corner or facing away from the camera, and now we can't trigger off of each other. So what we do is that we need some third-party triggers here, and this will go ahead and allow us to fire off our flashes even though they might be in a distance or not pointing directly at our camera. So we would have a transmitter, and this will go on the top of our camera, and then we have this receiver that connects to this flash, and then they will wirelessly trigger or communicate with each other, and then we can point this flash somewhere else, and it doesn't have to be line of sight, which is really important. So then of course we're going to need light stands. Light stands are very important because you don't want to be holding your flashes all the time, and you want to be able to put it on a flash and set it somewhere. Another good reason why we need a light stand is because we can also add modifiers to it. That is the fourth piece of equipment, and that is such as this one right here. This is a shoot-through umbrella, and a shoot-through umbrella gives it a nice diffusion, so that we can go ahead and have soft light instead of that harsh, hard flash that's coming out of the actual flash itself. So being able to add a modifier to the end of your flash so that it goes ahead and produce a softer light and not a hard flashlight that is coming straight out of the camera. So that's important. And now there's different modifiers. Bounce back umbrellas, you also have soft boxes. So there's different types of modifiers out there. I find that the shoot-through umbrellas are a affordable option. If not, you can look at any type of other modifiers. Another thing we have is this grid right here. So this grid will go on top of the flash as well, just like so. And you will see that this will go ahead and control the light a lot more. So if instead of having a flash just spew out of everywhere, this grid will go ahead and precisely direct the light to where exactly you want it. So that's a good piece of equipment. The next thing that I also have is color gels. Color gels are really important too because we can't really change the color temperature on a flash. So by adding a color gel on top of it, we can go ahead and try to match the interior lighting that we're shooting for, just so that we can get a better resulting image, so we don't have this white bright light. There's also one more thing I forgot to tell you guys, and that is a, what is it called? It's this thing that you put on top of a light stand, and it allows you to add modifiers such as a soft box or a shoot-through umbrella. And if you don't have this and you just get the light stand, you won't be able to do it. Anyways, let me just show you. So for example, you have your light stand right here, but you also need this adapter here that allows you to put this on top, and then you're able to add your shoot-through umbrella, right? And this is the pole, and it allows us to insert it this way and hold it in place. So that is important as well, so that because if you don't have this adapter, you won't be able to attach any of these modifiers, whether it's a shoot-through umbrella or if it's a soft box. Just make sure that you get the right adapter for the right modifier that you're going to be using. So other than that, that's pretty much all the gear, and I hope you guys had a little bit more understanding on this type of gear for flash photography. In the next video, again, we'll be talking about lighting techniques and kind of how those techniques work with different flashes, using multiple flashes or just using one flash, and how you can get different results from using flash photography. So can't wait to see you guys in that next video. Take care.